Yep, a little Jim Rohn for you this Wednesday morning. I think that's the right one. Oh, yep. A little Jim Rohn for you. Again, a lot of the stuff we remember or we know, we just gotta do what we know. I took a lot from that because again, a lot of times, right? Inspiration, motivation, all those things definitely important, definitely to get us going. But sometimes we just need some reminders of how we're thinking about life. So he said the full development of your potential, knowing what you can become. Is that what still drives you in life? Like, that's just a question for you to sit with. Does it still drive you in life to know that you can become and what you can become and what you can go off and do? Does that still drive you? My encouragement is that it does. We all need reminders. The more I do this with y'all, the more I do it with my family, right? So, like, again, the teacher always learns twice. I had some conversation with my daughter, and like, I just randomly asked that question. We're taking a walk yesterday morning. We were just taking a walk. And I randomly asked her, I was like, hey, you know you can be anything you want to be in life, right? She's like, yeah, I know. Sometimes. And then that started the conversation. It's like, man, she's 9. She should know that she can be anything she wants to be, that she can become anything, that she can take in any information, become what she wants to be, right? Like, and I was like, oh man, I've slipped a little bit on giving her that mindset. I've slipped a little bit on encouraging her and reminding her that you can be anything you want to be, like literally anything you want to. And that's a 9-year-old kind of forgetting. Man, at our state, age and stage, have we forgotten that we can become whatever we want to become? That you can literally create the person you want to become? And is that how you think on a daily basis? Or do you just try to get through the day? Or are we thinking about the person that we want to become, the man or woman God called us to be, what that looks like, what it looks like for the good life? I'm about to bring back, I think, the podcast. I had a podcast called The Good Life, where we talked health and wealth, love and happiness, right? We really dove into the health and wealth side. But like 150 something episodes, we talked about the good life, what it means to believe that you can have a good life, that you can live the good life. These become thoughts, y'all, that like you have to be intentional about if we want to get to a life that we don't need a break from. That's what we're here for. Hopefully, that's what you're here for, is to continue to learn and grow so you get to a life that only you can dream of, that only you can imagine. It's just going to take some different skills. One of those things being you need to make sure that you're thinking about life the right way. You need to know that you can grow, become, do any of the things that you want to do in life, right? And because of that, right, that's going to keep you on your path. Some things that Jim Rohn talked about, right? Essentials of life, productivity. What are you producing? What are you recreating? He talked about. Only God creates. Okay, so then we recreate. We're being productive. What are you producing? Ask yourself that question. What are you producing out in the world? What are you producing from your resources, from your skills, from your talent, from the things that you've learned over time? What is that producing in your family? What is that producing in the world? What is that producing in your community, in your church? Like, what are you producing? How productive are we? Most people are consumers. I saw this stat online. Some of y'all might believe this, maybe not, that like 90% of people that use social media platforms are consumers. They consume the information. Only 10% of people actually produce the information we see on the internet. So out of the 8 billion people in the world, or however many people use these platforms, 90% of people just get on there and scroll. They never post a video. They never post a message. They like never do anything. They just scroll and they just look and like and comment and haha and share this, but they don't actually produce anything for the platform. They just consume it. 10% of us actually produce things for these platforms. We produce things that you watch on YouTube, on Facebook, on TikTok, on whatever it is. We actually put those things out in the world. So that means we're all consuming things from 10% of the world. What are you producing? Right? What if that could be something you produce? I'm such a big proponent of social media. Like if you got a message to the world, like you should be talking to the world every day. Who cares if you got 52 views and 2 likes? Who cares? If you have something important that's in you that you want to get to the world, there's like 3 or 4 billion people that use these platforms every day. Somebody might hear it. They might feel like it's important. And then you've built community. And then you've produced something. And then you've impacted someone. And then you can change the world, right? Like there's all types of things. But what are you producing? What are you recreating? He talked about another essential of life, having friends, relationships. Relationships are key. Relationships are key. So you got to make sure you're building relationships. How are you building relationships? How are you getting better in your emotional intelligence? How are you getting better in your communication? How are you able to have more crucial, critical conversations that are uncomfortable for you and for the other person? How often are you pushing yourself in that? How often are you making a new friend? How often are you talking to new people? How often are you being 51% of the relationship and really being able to give before you receive, right? How much are you intentional about having friends in your life, having relationships, cultivating those relationships? Jim Rohn said that's an essential of life. We're not called to be isolated. We're not called to be super isolated and have right one person we talk to. Like you should have a village, a community of people, right? And so focus on your friends. He talked about heritage being an essential of life. Be grateful for your heritage. Be grateful for your background. Be grateful for where God has placed you and what He's placed in you. And then again, give that to the world. Give that to the world. Share that with people. That's how you build community. That's how you build relationships. Last thing I wrote down, don't miss anything. Go do. Go do. Some of us need that reminder. Some of us are up here a lot. Speak from the eye, right? Like I'm in my brain a lot. I can sit in front of this computer for a long time. I can do a lot just up here. But there's a reminder that like you just got to go do. What's it? You know when I tell you guys do something that pushes you out of your comfort zone, whether it's the weekend, whether it's the week, whatever it is, like just go do. Go to the event, go to the sports event, to the party, go to the thing, like go do things. Go get around people. This is my message to the 18 to 25-year-olds, right? That seem to be struggling a ton in life because they're not getting good direction from people that are actually living this life, right? Like, so like I work with a bunch of them and like I tell them like 18 to 25, like you need to go do. You have the least amount of responsibilities. I know your parents are the most worried about you that they've ever been because, right? Like that's that stage. Parents are worried, they're scared, they're trying to keep you safe because they know you're reckless. But like 18 to 25, you need to go do. You need to go experience life. You've lived in one hometown for your whole life. Like you probably need to go to a different city. You probably need to get 4, 5, 6 jobs. You need to figure out what a bad boss is, what a good boss is, how you like to wake up, how you don't like to wake up, how your commute is, what this culture does, what these types of people do, how to stay out of this neighborhood, right? Like there's so many like go and do things that our 18 to 25-year-olds are missing. And they're just like by themselves, like doing nothing. It's like, man, you're gonna miss out because now you're just going to have more responsibility. It's going to be harder and harder to go do. So this is something you got to push yourself to do, ladies and gentlemen. You got to push yourself to go do. Go take the trip. Go see the thing. Go eat the food. Go do so you can experience more of this life. So you can have more things that expand your vision. That's how we expand our vision, y'all. Like if you struggle to like have a vision written down, you got to go see more things. You got to go see that, oh, there's people that live this way in this part of the world. Oh, there's those types of houses. Oh, I've never seen that car before. I didn't even know they made restaurants that sat on top of a hill like this. Like you have to go see it so you can be like, man, that's the life I want. Like I want to live that. What do these people do? Oh, it looks like they don't work at all. Like, I want that life. Okay, now your vision is stretched. But if you just stay in the same place you've been, go to the same 10 places you've always been to, talk to the same 5 people you always talk to, go drive the same route to your job, do the same things on the weekend, how could you expect your vision to grow? How could you expect you to really expand and see what's out there? You don't know. Don't miss anything. Don't miss anything. I don't even know what I wrote the last thing down. I can't even read my own handwriting, but it's all good. In our text, the text that says champions define winning as personal progress. It's your ability to just continue to progress in this game. It's continuing to move. Remember, like I always tell you, this is a marathon. This is a marathon. Your life is a marathon. It's not a sprint. There's not a finish like I'm gonna stop and then be done. Like life just continues to be a marathon. Sure, there's some seasons that you have to walk, but there's some seasons that you get to run. There's some seasons that you sprint to get past some people. There's sometimes you need to stop for a water break and then you keep walking, but like it just keeps going. So winning in your life can look like just you progressing. Some of these things that Jim Rohn gave you as far as what makes up a good life are just reminders, are things like how much are you being productive? How much are you producing in the world for your family, for your legacy? Like, will people stop talking about you a month after you pass away? Because that's what happens to most people. A month after you're gone, no one's really talking about you except for on your birthday or your death day, right? Like they're not really having conversations. You haven't really left anything that you haven't produced anything for people to constantly remember you by or see you by. So that we got to remind ourselves that we got to start producing. We got to make sure that again, we're getting around good people, we're building relationships, we're not missing out on anything. This is progress. This is how we move forward in your journey. So many people are struggling out there in their journey. They're lost. They don't have hope for the future. All the things. It's because they're not progressing. They're not measuring where they're progressing. So you got to know winning is defined as personal progress. Here's what it says in the text. It says to average performers, winning usually means beating someone else. So the world class, winning usually means besting their previous performance. The upper class is more ego driven and competitive than the world class. The great ones have evolved from an ego driven consciousness to a spirit driven consciousness, which transcends their need to be better than someone else. Champions know the real game is you against you. One more time. Champions know the real game is you against you. A paradox only the great ones fully comprehend. The world class has come to the stark realization that life is not a level playing field, which makes true competition an illusion. People seeking ego gratification perpetuate the illusion of true and fair competition. Professional performers are Zen like in their approach to winning and tend to focus on execution based performance goals that they can completely control. This keeps them in line with the reality that the only parts of winning they can control are their personal effort and attitude. One more time. The only parts of winning they can control are their personal effort, aka their actions, and their attitude. The great ones know the most accurate indicators of winning are their ongoing growth and evolution as performers, and more importantly, as human beings. I started this call by saying the only two things you can control are your actions and your attitude. Everything else you have no control over. You can hint at, you can try to help, you can try to support. You have no control over those things. But what you do have control over is what you personally do every day, your actions, your effort. Do you read the book? Do you reach out to the person? Do you change your health pattern? Like, do you do the work that you are saying you want to do? And then your attitude behind it. Your attitude behind it. Are you looking at this? Do you have patience? Are you seeing every adversity with a seed of opportunity? Are you grateful for things? Do you wake up with your gratitude journal? Are you looking for things that are pleasing, that are good towards your mind, right? Like those things. You get to control both of those, ladies and gentlemen. So if you control those really well, especially in 2026, especially where we are right now, if you guys like if you're able to master that part, all the stuff that's happening around you, it's going to change. You're not going to change it. You're going to change. So the things outside of you are going to change. But it starts with you, an internal game of you getting better, of you focusing on these things that sometimes we don't always think about. But you got to make sure you do it. This quote says, the most evolved among us understand that winning is an inside job. It's not about beating or besting someone else, but rather getting the best from ourselves. Winning is about being better tomorrow than you were today. Being better tomorrow than you were today. So that's the key. Are you better today than you were yesterday? What are we doing today on Wednesday that's going to make our day more productive, that's going to make us better, that's going to get us one step closer to our goals and dreams than yesterday? What are we going to do tomorrow that's going to best today? And what can we do to string together a week, a month, a year, 2 years, 5 years of just doing that, of just personally progressing? Who's the man or woman that we're looking back at when that happens? Going to take you to the place you want to go. I love you guys. I want you to win. That's why we have these conversations. You deserve to win. Your families deserve to win. People are counting on you to win. People are counting on you to win. Let's put a little pressure on ourselves. People are counting on you to get this information. They're counting on you to build the capacity that you need to handle the life that you're asking for. They're counting on you to get mentally, emotionally, spiritually stronger so that when the catastrophe of the family happens, you can step up. It doesn't demolish your family. It doesn't change your legacy because someone has done the work. Someone has done the emotional, mental, spiritual work to make sure they can carry the family when the family's not doing their work, because likely they're not doing their work. Likely they're not reading their books. They're not getting into better environments. They're not growing and learning and becoming and thinking differently. So they're relying on you. That's why this is important. Just a little pressure on you for this Wednesday, May 27th. Go out, do something that scares you, do something that pushes you. People are counting on you to get the information and go out and do something with it. Do something that changes you today, challenges you so it changes you in the future. I'll see you guys back here on Friday. Love you guys. Take care.